I just hope to, show people that, there's really more than meets the eye. We're not up here saying that what we are doing is, holy and righteous.
On the surface, it may look like we are typical housewives, but we're not. We do full-time adult spicy content for work now.
My best month was, I think, like 500 grand.
Diet, let it affect me.
If people aren't talking about us, we're not making
that part.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm joined now by the women of TLC's newest reality series, The Double Lives of Suburban Wives. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Let's get right into it. The show is already getting comparisons to The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Being a Christian, I do struggle with that.
My dad is a pastor.
How do you feel about those comparisons?
So I love speaking on this. For me, I mean, to my knowledge, those women were not spicy content creators.
Right.
This is huge for us because we are they interviewed content creators all around the country.
Yeah.
And we were the ones who were chosen to spearhead this.
Yeah.
And honestly, this hasn't been showcased before.
Right.
Before we were shunned or we were, they didn't want to put us on TV.
Right.
We're blazing trails.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you connected with anyone from that series or really any reality TV series?
Taylor Cranky Paul commented.
Is that right?
Yeah, she commented on an Instagram reel and was like, ooh, looks like we have competition. And we just commented back and we were like, honestly, collaboration over competition. That's our motto.
So what defines spicy adult content for these 6 St. Louis wives and moms?
I sold these panties.
As we see in the TLC series airing now, their content includes pinup erotica, role-playing, and not safe for work photos and videos, which have proved to be very lucrative.
This is not something, we wouldn't put ourselves out there at this level of vulnerability if it didn't directly translate into something that meant more than just dollar signs. With money being a tool and a resource and, like she said, for affording the time for us to be with our families. That was the whole reason why we started.
And obviously I feel like you wouldn't be doing it if it didn't help support your bills or your family, and etc. Can I ask, and if anyone's willing to share, what is the most amount of money you've brought in through this line of work? Maybe monthly or even yearly?
It's a lot.
Yeah? They're counting the money in their hands right now. I love it,
I share on the show that, after the news and I was outed and all that, my best month was, I think, like 500 grand.
That's right. Mom of 2 and former high school English teacher Brianna Coppage made headlines in 2023 when community members discovered her OnlyFans account. And she says she was forced to resign.
My story was already so publicly outed. But I didn't really get to share my story on my terms. To be frank, it was essentially blackmail. Someone took information, took it to my school, took it to the news. So I didn't get to share my story on my terms. So now I do.
And it must feel so good to take control, right, of the narrative, or at least show people that you're only getting one side of this story, right?
Yes.
Macy, unlike some of the women on this cast, you weren't out yet, right? Like the public didn't know about this double life. No one in your family or community knew about your adult content, and of course your dad is a pastor. So talk to me about those conversations with your family, with your husbands about doing this show.
Yeah, with my husband, Jim, specifically, it was very much of just wanting to tell our story and to be able to show all parts of that, right? Just as humans in general, I'm complex and my story is complex, and so I felt like this was the best opportunity to be able to showcase all of that and also really get to be my true authentic self and to just be empowered and
be free.
To feel that, to be free, right.
Because living parts of your life in secret has got to be hard.
Oh my gosh.
Be easy.
It's heavy.
It was so heavy all the time for 3 years.
Right, I bet.
Yeah.
So you specifically, Macy, signing up for the show, whether your family knew before or not, they're about to find out from watching this show, right? So what was your dad's reaction?
It's I don't want to give any spoilers, but
because we're gonna see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you'll have to stay tuned.
Sure. So let me ask: Did you have a conversation with him obviously during filming, but before this aired?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
So so having the conversation with my dad on camera was the first conversation of telling him the whole truth.
Tammy, you're the group's steady center, you know, as we're watching these episodes, but you do admit your faith sometimes clashes with the life that you've built. So I want to know, what is the most difficult part of navigating this double life?
Yeah, the most difficult part of navigating the double life, like with my faith, is that obviously, you know, people want to slap labels and they want to put people in a box. And listen, I know within my heart of my relationship with God and my faith, and that I'm not perfect, and you know, neither is anybody else. But you know, I just hope to, you know, show people that, you know, there's really more than meets the eye, and you know, I hope that people will afford us some consideration that, you know, we're not up here saying that we are perfect or that what we are doing is, you know, holy and righteous, but there are lessons that can be taught through our faith, and I believe in this season of my life that God can still work through me, and that I can make a difference in somebody's life, even on a case-by-case basis.
Absolutely. Do you think you could live this, let's call it lifestyle for now, without the support of your husband? Because that's been so amazing and fascinating to watch too, is how they're also ingrained in this life with you, even though maybe they're not all of them are on camera. Your husband, of course, is, but you know, what's it been like to have their support?
Yeah, so actually I think we can say that they actually all are on camera at some point.
Okay. I don't know that.
Yeah, we've all kind of grown this together. Like we started, and I know sometimes it's kind of like framed as like, oh, they encouraged us to do it and we're just out here, but like we would not be here without our husbands. And even if they kind of like take the back and just the support, you know, they are the backbone, and they are ultimately like our whole world.
There's definitely more to see of the husbands.
Okay. Yes. You know, speaking of families, you know, you're obviously all moms. So how do you feel about your kids maybe uncovering this part of your life one day?
It's going to happen. Listen, it's going to happen, and we'll have age-appropriate conversations whenever that happens. I think right now I'm leaning into the same things as other parents, is just building a trusting relationship with my kids, an open line of communication, because whether it's my life or what I do or another struggle that they're going through, they're going to go with struggles, and they need a supportive parent, and that's our aim as moms and families.
I really love just being able to instill in, you know, my child that we don't have to shame and judge other people. It's okay if people are different. It really is, and we don't have to put them down because of that.
How have you guys mentally prepared for, I don't know, stepping into the spotlight too? Like, you are still also making a TV show, but with that comes, and a lot of reality stars probably share this with you, could come with a lot of judgment, right? A lot of public scrutiny. How are you feeling about that?
I think it's going to get worse before it gets better, and it's really challenging us to like grow as people to, you know, let the weight of other people's opinions go. They don't pay your bills. You know, they're not there living our lives that we've worked so hard and sacrificed to do this. And
I think just focusing on the positive. I really try to focus on the positive comments. I try not to read much of the negative, because exactly what she said of like, they're not paying my bills. It's like, I don't know these people from Adam. So it's like, why should I let it affect me?
If people aren't talking about us, we're not making
that part.
So,
okay.